I am doing well, and I hope you are too. Well, let's start first. Is what you make of everything you've heard so far surrounding this strike, the way the nurses are pushing their issues, the government response. What do you think?
First, I empathize with both sides. We have concerns
Uh,
that
Mr. Gamey, unfortunately, we can't hear you. We can't hear you clearly at all.
just 1 second and let me see.
Okay.
Is it better now?
I think we can manage. Yes, yes, it's better.
Yeah. I think that I have to be honest. Uh, I empathize with both sides. They have a genuine concern that has to be addressed. The process of having the matter addressed that has fallen short and has to be examined by all of us. But I think that it's a concern that they have. The employer, being government, took over from its predecessor just some few months ago. These agreements have been reached already by the parties. Where the shortfall is coming from is that it's been assumed that because there's an agreement signed onto, it, during implementation, it cannot be varied again. That is not entirely correct because the practice and the rules governing the procedure of these things clearly what it is that in the unlikely event that during the implementation stage of the same agreement reached by the parties themselves, when there is a concern, it has to be addressed and addressed by the parties who put together the agreement. So it is not out of place when you negotiated an agreement and signed onto it, awaiting implementation, and you are unable to meet the obligations for one or two reasons, you have to immediately trigger an arrangement for a meeting between the social partners who did the agreement in the first place. And failure to do that is what has brought about the furore right now and has to be addressed. The approach, the language used, the protocols that goes with industrial relations has to be followed religiously by both parties. Unfortunately, some there are a little bit of shortfalls here and there. But it's not, the only injurious thing about it is that it's nurses and for that matter, health demands are being jeopardized. Some people have already died as a result of this. I know they are not intentionally being callous, but it has become like that. So something ought to give. And government cannot sit by as an employer responsible for the health needs of the people. That is why, under the desperation, they are looking for any other means for a short term to enable them to have the matter resolved. But it's a resolvable matter.
As far as you're concerned, it's a matter that can be resolved because the nurses insist that unless, and I was just speaking to the general secretary, they see a payment plan, they will not go back.
Yeah, payment plan is also an understanding, but you cannot be on strike and you go and discuss. If I were to be in charge, I will not have the meeting held when you are on strike. You have to go back to work and we sit down. Even if it's a payment plan, bring your plan, I bring my plan, and we look at it. Because it's about getting the money to pay. You can't just, say you are paying and then after 1 week payment, you can't pay the rest again. So they have to understand that.
So it's critical that they call off the strike and continue the engagement.
Look, I lived in this country for some time now. I've been in labor unions, I've been in management, I've been in government, and these things are not new. Once upon a time, some top level people, were on strike, and I was in the Ministry of Employment. They came to me for a solution on invitation, and they were wearing red bands. We're not even having the quality of the labor law we have now. I asked them to get out of my office to go and dress up properly and come, because you are holding my hands at my back, threatening my life with your dangers, and you want us to talk. That is not civility enough. They want to change themselves, dress up properly, came, and these are professors. It's because they understood it. And these gentlemen and ladies, they understood this also. Both sides will have to depart from the arena of this is my way and this is my way. That does not operate in the field of industrial relations. They have to get together and talk. And I think I have confidence in them. They should be able to do it. If they need help, they either look for a private person or go to the National Labour Commission to assist them.
The nurses currently are saying that they are not ready for renegotiation. And that's the tone of the General Secretary.
Nobody is asking for renegotiation. I don't think it's about renegotiation per se. They want even though by the practice of labor relations and by the tenets of the law and by the rules of the game, it can be renegotiated. It can be. They are not aware. If I am sitting with them, I will explain to them and show them both in the law, the rules, and the practice. That is doable. But granting that maybe for purposes of people not having the ready mind for it, the implementation plan will have to be negotiated as well. It's the same thing. If they are talking about payment plan is it coming from somewhere? It's been standard discussion. So it's negotiation. Negotiation is about dialoguing. It's about having a conversation. It's only when you are debating it that somebody will have to be a winner, somebody will be a loser. But when people who are in the field of labor relations, it's like you and your wife having a conversation on any issue or having a dialogue. As soon as you stray into the arena of argument, debate, I will not agree. This is my way. I will not take it. Your marriage is collapsed. That's exactly what they are doing now. Are you a worker? Yes. Union? Yes. But you are a worker before a union. And so you must realize that you must go by the rules of the game. I mean, are they their own employers? They are not. So it has to be understood.
Which compromises do both sides need to make if they want to resolve this issue?
I'm one party. I don't even go with the word compromise. It gives you a certain connotation. They should go and reason. The law says negotiate in good faith. If you like, they don't want the word negotiation. Go and dialogue in good faith. Go and have a conversation in good faith. And make every reasonable effort to reach an agreement. There are standards that guide this kind of conversation. And so I know they don't know everything. I know not all the figures are not the same. Everybody will not know the same. I don't know everything too. So it's about patience and them going about it. The fact that you are somebody who is popular does not mean that when you say something, nobody should say something again. It's not fair. The society is bleeding now. People are dying. I know about a 30-year-old young man who died at Kolebu, just because of asthmatic condition. and there was nobody to attend to him. In fact, he saw people and they said, no, you're not working. And he died. Is that, and these are their customers. The customers of the nurses, of health workers, are patients. They are patients, and the parents of the patients, they contribute to pay them the very allowance they are seeking. And so if you kill them, who pays your monthly pay? It's not the state. The state hasn't got money. The state gets money from taxes. And the taxes are paid by the patients. And the patients' parents, and so forth and so on. And so all workers in this country and all employers in this country must know that they must satisfy their customers first. And these customers are the patients. And so it's unfair. They know. There is nobody that has the nation at heart more than me. They know it. And they cannot run away from it. I contributed in the discussion that they are talking about now. The details I cannot say on air. But the reality is that the way they are going about it, I am not in favor of it. I want the employer also to relax, but the point is that there is now desperation in the country. People are dying. And so the employer has the right to show that. But emotional maturity is required now at this point in time.
So your advice to the nurses is call off the strike because they say
Not
money
just call
first.
off. They should go back to work immediately.
Go back to work
They should
immediately.
go back to work immediately whilst we engage. And I'm prepared to assist both parties if they want.
Because what you're saying is money first.
Well, the money will come, but it will be paid by the customers who are dying. So who contributes to pay you now?
Thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
Austin Gamey, like I said, he's been in mediation for so long. In fact, he's a former minister of employment at some point. Well, a big thank you to him for joining us this morning. And he says, everybody, in fact, he understands the desperation of the ministry. At this point, to be very frank, SM, the interview with the General Secretary of the Nurses took me by surprise.
Okay.